Welcome to our live stream of high school sports. Please note that this broadcast is produced by an independent team of sports enthusiasts, and the views, opinions, and commentary expressed are solely those of the commentators and not representative of the schools, teams, or athletes featured. While we strive for accuracy, occasional errors or misstatements may occur. This stream is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Hey, you ain't never seen nothing like this. Ain't no telling how it might get. It's the hypest right here. High school sports at its finest. So many highlights, you have to rewind it. Hey, Stream City, let me just remind you. The heart of a lion, a team full of fighters. So many stars on the field, it'll blind you. They're giving everything they got till the time's up. Yeah, legends in the making. History is made. We just getting started. You ain't seen a thing. YSN, gotta know the name. They gon' bring the flames. They gon' do their thing. Take it to another level, don't hold back. High school, got a passion and we show that. Got the drive and you know they got the heart. Number one spot for your high school sports. Let's go for the win. Hey.
Hey, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. I'd take that hat off, Ant.
It came off. It's good.
Brain was squeezing out of my ears. After our conversation with the one and the only Professor Greg McAfee a couple weeks ago, I started putting to the test of hats shrinking if you don't wear them.
Yeah.
And either my hat is shrinking or my head is getting bigger. And I don't know if the latter is possible. But boy, I put this on and it feels like it fits good. And then you let it ride for a couple minutes and it feels like it's my brain's just going to ooze out of my ears.
Then you wonder if you can reverse that by wearing it enough. Like, does it morph back to your head size if you wear it a ton and break it back in, or is it shrunk forever?
I mean, the professor's going to be on tomorrow. I know my leading question is going to be, first off, welcome back. We appreciate you being back, the highlight commander of the world. Secondly, why the hell are my hats so tight? So we'll get to the bottom of that and so much more. We'll solve the world's problems tomorrow. But today, ladies and gentlemen, my apologies, Ant. Let's do the proper introductions. This is YSN Live for Monday, President's Day 2026. DJ Yoakley alongside the 8-time best-selling author, world traveler, as well as the Grammy and Emmy Award-winning, 2-time Grammy Award winner, and ladies and gentlemen, Pulitzer Prize nominated, but not to be diverted from his ultimate goal. He will win that someday. Hasn't won yet. Will win it one day. He's coming back with a vengeance. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my co-pilot, Mr. Anthony Ronald Hartwig. What's up, Ronnie?
Oh, we're doing good. It's a long weekend. You know, everyone's kind of off Friday and Monday because the parent-teacher conferences and President's Day. So I think everyone's enjoying it. It got us an opportunity to get a guest because there's no school today. So happy about that. And we're going to have a good show on a Monday.
We're going to have a great show. And one of the big, well, I mean, no pun intended, one of the big reasons is because we've got El Jefe. El Jefe, Jace Ricardo of the Canfield Cardinals, the junior, 6'6" monster, can beat you from the inside, can beat you from the outside. Dude is an absolute dog. And he will join us in about 12 minutes here on YSN Live. We're excited to have Jace on, long-time follower and fan of YSN, and we've been the same way. We followed Jace all the way up. The kid was dunking, I think, straight in diapers. Like, he just my guy can just
Fisher Price hoop and just started putting him down as an infant.
Let's not forget, he's got a lot of talent, not just in the household. Mom and dad, incredible. His sister, the only two-time Big Dog of the Year in history, Jenna Ricardo. I mean, Jace could be it. Jace was up for Big Dog of the Valley. Can he be? I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, let's talk about it. He's in the MVP race right now.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Canfield is flying high going
tight.
into this particular week, which is the last week of the season, regular season, and then going into the playoffs. They are a favorite. There's no doubt about it.
They are, and it's a tight race, MVP. There's going to be some discussions to be had in the YSN executive branch, especially on the boys' side, on that MVP race. There's a ton of guys that are gunning for it.
I mean, Gunther's in there, no doubt.
And
Noah
if you put
Bell,
Gunther in there, you have to put Noah Bell in there because they're both averaging, over 25 per. I think Gunther's a little bit higher at 33, and I think Bell last checked on my end was like 28, but they're still just killing it. Gunther just became the all-time leading scorer at Ursuline last week.
Let's not forget either that Jace was at Ursuline prior to this.
Imagine if
all
three of those.
Oh my god! Here, we'll just give you the trophy. Like don't here you
take
just
it. Take it.
We don't want it. But he's doing his thing at Canfield, and I love seeing it. I love seeing the parity that is, and especially that rivalry, Canfield and Ursuline. When those two to get together, you don't know who's going to come out on top. And that's the fun of it. Love seeing it. We got a lot of great games for you. How do I say this without sounding – and people know my stance on sectional championships anyway, if you've ever watched this show before. But I'm finding out that, the OHSAA doesn't even acknowledge sectionals, officially. And I don't want to – I mean, they don't acknowledge it to us. They're like, hey, what are you doing for districts? Hey, what are you doing for regionals? I was like, well, what about What about sectionals?
Yeah, whatever.
yeah. But really, what are you doing? So, and before we get to Jace here in a few minutes, are we wrong for not acknowledging these sectional championships and sectional finals as a kind of a mark on the board? I mean, is it still something that people acknowledge? Sectional championships. Is it something that people sit there and they go, hey, we are going to check this box? Or is it just we're on to districts?
I mean, technically, because, you still got to win it to move on. So I guess you do check that box. And I think there are some programs that have, spent a long time maybe on the struggle bus. They haven't won a tournament game, so they have to win a sectional. And that's a big deal for those particular programs. But in the same sense, it's you went from 1,000 teams to 800 teams left in the state. So it's okay, you won a sectional. You still got a lot of work to do. It's like winning. I wouldn't even know it'd be like winning the play-in game in the tournament for March Madness. Okay, but now you're in the big show. Now you're in districts. You won a tournament game. Congratulations. But now you're in the real dance, which is the district semifinals.
Yeah, that might be the best comparison that I've ever had laid out in front of me is the play-in game for March Madness. That is what sectionals are in high school. To Sam's point, who is probably still salty that the OHSA still charges for sectionals. I mean, they still pay for it. And obviously when you talk about those play-in games, there's still commercials that run.
Yep.
During those. It's not like, hey, we're just going to run the straight feed. Don't worry about it. It's a business. It's all a business. But it's just funny to me to watch it from kind of my first time backstage of all the big boys, so to speak. It, there's no mention of it at all. They're just, right. I mean, it's districts, regionals, and you guys will conclude at the regionals and we'll take the states. But what about the sectionals? Yeah. I mean, honestly, there was no answer. We're still waiting on an answer of what the sectionals look like for us. We're just going to do them. As we've mentioned before, as you can go back on our website and see that we're partnered with the NFHS, which is, there's another story that needs to be told here, Ant. And I'm interested because I don't even think you know this yet. We'll get to it. I'll tease this. There might be something coming down the pike from our government saying what Spectrum and the NFHS is doing is not legal. And it didn't come up from it didn't come from us. We are I'm not a crook.
I'm not a criminal.
It didn't come from us this time. We had all the pipe bombs ready to blow. But they came and hey, we want to be friends. Okay, we're with you. but everybody else seems to be pretty ticked off in the grand scheme of things with how the NFHS is doing things. I'm here to say we're an advocate. I'm here to say that we're on the same team. So whichever way it shakes out, feels like we're in the driver's seat. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But I want to not acknowledge sectionals where you're saying, hey, just get rid of them.
Right.
Just let everything be a district. Right?
Some districts are like some brackets are so small that you're literally going right to district semifinals, and that's where you start. I think Ursuline girls are right in the district semifinals. They don't have to play a sectional game, for example. Mineral Ridge girls don't have to play a sectional game. They're right in the district semifinals. So sometimes that happens where it's just like the sectional is so irrelevant that it's just like, you know what? Go straight to the district semifinals.
Oh, this one, and Sam and I have thought about this before. Sectionals is a great step to basically what I think he's saying is the same thing he's saying going back a few years. It's one of the arguments we had in Vegas, I'm pretty sure. Is,
one of the 4-hour.
I mean, it's a box to check. It's a great, hey, we're section, but like the t-shirts, the hats, the banners, it's overboard. And I'm not saying don't be proud of accomplishments, because let's face it, sometimes conference championships can be a little bit one-sided as well.
Right.
But if this is on your, why does nobody else acknowledge this? You know, like the tribal chief, nobody's acknowledging that sectional championships are a real thing. Mm-hmm. So like you look on these walls, mm-hmm. and I think you can tell a program, and I don't mean any disrespect. I think you can immediately tell the seriousness and strength of a program if they have sectional championships on their wall.
Yeah, and I think the real change is, like, it used to be you have to win 2 games just to win a sectional championship and then 2 to win a district. Because back before the super districts and COVID, where we put all these teams together, there were like 13 teams per district bracket, and you had to win 4 games for a district championship. So you had to win 2 just to win a sectional. Those are when those, like, it meant something. You won 2 tournament games. You got to the district semifinals. That was an accomplishment, to win 2 tournament games to even get to the district semifinals. Those are when a lot of those banners happened. Like, hey, we won a sectional championship in, let's say, 2008. Well, 2008, it meant something. Now it's really 1 game, most sectionals, to win a sectional. And most of the time it's like 7 seed versus 35 seed. It's almost like, are we really going to celebrate that we're playing someone that has no chance of touching us, really?
I mean, I get it. It's a reason to hang a banner. It's a reason to put something. I get it. And everybody's looking for those little wins nowadays to keep parents, to keep school boards, programs flourishing. Or in Sam's perspective and point, which I don't disagree with, to give them something to give them a boost, right? To give them a little bit of, hey, you're getting there. But it's incredible to me that we're going, like, I'll say it again. There were times, and I want to say this was just after COVID, and I don't know if it's more special for, just the sake of, like, we're just celebrating COVID being defeated, but like, to have the police escort and the fire trucks after sectional championship, I think is a little much. It's a little much. Districts, let's go. And there's some teams now, Ant, that don't even do that for districts. It's like, hey, if you win state,
right,
we'll ride you home from Dayton or Columbus. But to me, sectionals are they're not worthless, but it's like, kind of like, hey, the laundry's dirty. I'm going to wear this shirt again because it's just comfortable. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it's already warm. So like that, and I know that's not probably, and there's probably going to be a lot of gruff about what I just said, but that's the way I feel. It'd be like, hey, here's your participation trophy. Now, if the 36 seed wins, okay, all right, you got something. But you should also probably advance further in districts if you beat that 7 seed.
Right.
If you're the 36 seed, right? Is that not crazy? I don't know.
And here's the thing: if we're doing a CMJ, if you are celebrating the sectional because it's development, it's a boost. The very next year, that better not be the same thing you do. Like if you cut the nets down for a sectional championship and then do it again next year and cut the nets down for a sectional championship, like once, like as a boost because it's like the first time your team has won a tournament game. Okay, but you better raise that bar expectations the very next year.
Standard is standard.
Your standard cannot be sectional championship every single year. That cannot be the bar. You got to raise it.
And I mean, like that. We're talking about you finished like out of 8 teams in your conference, you finished 7th, and then all of a sudden you're winning a sectional championship.
Right.
And you go to the districts, and it's like, well, that's far fetched. Let's not get carried. No, you just beat the team that should win that game. You should win the district. Like that should be the box that you check. Mm-hmm. But we have plenty of time to talk about this later. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is our distinct honor and pleasure to bring in an absolute giant of the game. As we said earlier, this dude's been dunking since he's been in diapers. A 6'6" monster. And he's a gentleman off the floor as well. We can't wait to see all the great things that he does. More so in the rest of his life than he is already just rewriting record books everywhere he goes. Ladies and gentlemen, Jace Ricardo. What's up, Jacer?
What's up? How are you?
Never been better. How about that? I mean, I've been looking forward to this interview for years, ever since Jenna hung up the old sneakers.
Yeah.
For you, first question out of the box. You guys have such a great, not only relationship in your family, you're so close knit. You have so much talent in that family from seemingly every sport. Your sisters obviously both played sports. Your parents both played sports. For you, what's it like for you to be the baby of the bunch and to have kind of the pressure of, hey, listen, we did all of this. Now, how are you going to raise the bar?
I mean, I feel like I don't have like a lot of pressure on me, but I know like what my sisters did. I just know like my parents just want to see me do. I mean, I wouldn't say as well, but they just want to see me succeed, and I just use that as motivation.
That being said, what are some of the standards of success in the family? Like, what would you do can be considered? Yeah, I succeeded. What are some things that your family expects from you when you carry yourself on the floor?
I wouldn't say, I mean, just be the best I can be at any given night, really.
You've had a really interesting kind of twists and turns to start your high school career. Your Canfield, for you, why is it imperative for you to not only find the right teammates, but to be in the right program that makes you comfortable, that you can still shine and still be, and people sit there, dude, you got as many dishes as anybody else, but just because you stand out on the floor and what you do and fill a stat sheet, people are looking at what you're doing from a scoring perspective. For you, when and how did you learn to be such a good teammate?
I don't know. I think it's always been my kind of thing. I just want to be a good leader and a good teammate, a good person. I just kind of carry that through all aspects of life. Just be a good person and don't don't be a jerk, I guess.
Hey, that's advice we can all take with us, right? No matter what the level. Don't be a jerk. I'm still learning. Now
that you're an upperclassman, you get the chance to flex those leadership muscles a little bit more and kind of grow with that every year. What's it been like kind of seeing the development of your leadership and now sitting as a junior, kind of being able to really see what it's like to lead, not just statistically, but also emotionally, energetically?
Yeah, I mean, I learned how to be a leader from, my freshman year at Ursuline. Those guys like Gino Luceni, Jaden Payne, they were great leaders. They took us, throughout the whole year. Me, Jalen, and Noah, they taught us how to grow and grow up as a player, really. And I got it from those guys. They're great teammates, great leaders, and they taught me everything I know.
We were talking about kind of your walk through, and you and Noah and Jalen being on the same team. Did you guys ever like talk about what could be? And then when the split happened, how close is that relationship? Do you guys still talk? Obviously, you're one of the guys that talks to everybody.
Yeah.
So walk me through kind of like what that relationship's like now, and do you still root for those guys? They still root for you?
Yeah, we're still friends. Noah, and Jalen, we talk every day. We got a group chat with each other. So, yeah, we're still friends, and we still root for each other. I mean, they both just hit 1,000. I congratulated them. It's a great accomplishment. So, yeah, we're still close for sure.
What was it like when you found yourselves on opposite ends of the court this year after that split, and you were able to play them instead of being on the same team as them?
Yeah, it was a weird feeling. Obviously, I'm not used to that, but that game, it was a great atmosphere. I was happy to be a part of that. Yeah.
I think one of my favorite things about all Ricardos is I've learned that when you guys smile, it's the most dangerous thing ever, because you're smiling on the outside, but there's something on the inside going on that says, I'm a dog and I'm going to get you. I mean, your sisters had it. Your parents have it. I mean, for you, what is it about being competitive that keeps driving you and wants you to continue to be Jace, you're 6'6", right? You're going to stand out on the floor no matter what, but you play inside, you play outside. What is it that continues to drive you to get better day after day, game after game, season after season?
To be honest with you, I don't want to lose at all. I've never liked losing. Every time. I mean, even since I was younger, at like a YMCA league, if I lost, I was mad. So, I mean, that's really just the big thing, just not losing.
How have you taken that mentality and also turned it into, okay, inevitably, if you do lose, if something does not go your way, being able to turn it, focus on it, and use it for the greater good, like, and not let it, fester and ruin your mood and things like that?
Yeah. If we lose, just like simple mistakes. Obviously, that's really what comes down to losing, just making simple mistakes. So just going back, watching film on it really, and seeing what I did wrong and just growing from that.
How has your leadership changed along the years? I mean, you were a leader in middle school, probably a leader in elementary school. I mean, your dad's a pretty good leader himself in his career and what he's done in his athletic career. But how have you changed from being a leader of, okay, I'm just going to score, to, like you said, getting in the film room and understanding kind of what they're trying to scheme against you and do things and sharing that with some of the underclassmen, maybe some of the upperclassmen sometimes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I don't know. I think just growing up as a person, if that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, I think I've just came to realize that just as growing up, I just want to be as helpful as I can to my teammates with the knowledge that I have, and I want to spread it throughout the whole team and just make everyone better, really.
So we put in your intro dunking from when you were in diapers. So the big question is, like, when was your first dunk? When do you kind of have that memory of finally being able to put it down in the hoop?
Straight from his crib, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I
want to say it was going into 7th grade, maybe that summer.
Somebody had to have taped it.
There's a video somewhere for sure.
How hyped were you?
I was pretty excited.
So now it's not a big deal, but back then it had to be like, first off, everybody in the crowd had to be astonished because they just saw a 6th grader essentially put one down. What is it like for you? I mean, I will unless there's the help of a ladder somewhere, I will never have the feeling of slam dunking a basketball. What is it like for you when you know you've got a breakaway and dude, you don't even need a breakaway anymore. Yeah. What is it like for you knowing, hey, I'm going to go put this down? Because it's not like you watch the NBA. They can do it whenever they want, but here it sends a jolt of electricity through a crowd that's rooting for you, and it's like a dagger for everybody rooting against you.
Yeah. Especially when I get a breakaway, I just kind of like, no, it just kind of clicks in my mind. It's like, I got to dunk this one. And it goes in and, like you just said, the crowd goes crazy. And then we have a bunch of kids at our games and they get all excited. So it's cool. It's cool to see after I just do something like that. Yeah.
Sam Torres thinks that maybe the dunk contest is in Jace's future. Jace, if we get you in the dunk contest, like what's your confidence level at? Do you think you can take the whole thing?
I don't do a lot of trick dunks. I don't know, but 3-point contests, I got to come back to that after last year.
You're in, dude. You can. Hey, we'll double punch the ticket. You can be in both if you want.
All right.
You can take a 3 and then run and beat the ball to the rim and dunk it. How about
Yeah.
that?
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Did you watch the All-Star anything this weekend?
I watched the dunk contest. Yeah,
Oh,
It was kind of underwhelming, wasn't it?
it was. It was a little. Richardson, I was a little questionable about him, but
Yeah. Is that the dude from Orlando?
yeah.
I mean, he elevated.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite dunk of the night.
Yeah.
But for you say I don't do a lot of trick dunks. I mean, what is it? Just the Shaquille O'Neal, just
Yeah.
double hand dunk.
Yeah. You just got to get it done. That's all that matters.
What's the weakness for you right now? I mean, when people and obviously you're in the world of recruiting now. There's people talking to you, and you don't have to disclose who. But
Yeah.
like, what are coaches and recruiters telling you? Like, hey, we need you to do more of this. Like, is it put on weight? Is it we need you to be more dynamic? We need you more inside, outside. What are some of the people telling you? Hey, we need you to do this to be part of our squad moving forward.
Yeah, I'd say what the recruiters have told me: get better with the ball, have a tighter handle. But from my standpoint, I really want to get stronger going into college. So definitely those two things.
How do you do that? I mean, it sounds stupid. I know it's weight room, but like people don't realize you got to pack on pounds to get stronger. You need more mass to move that energy.
Yeah. Diet, eat a lot more than I've been. Like you just said, get in the gym, lift, and then ball handling. It's just, you just got to work on that every day. It'll come. And it just depends on what you do, really.
Since you're eating more, what are you putting in front of yourself? What's that meal that's a little bit easier to eat more of for you?
I eat a lot of eggs, a lot of just high protein things, really, just to get bigger.
Oh, what are the things that you shouldn't eat but you love to? Those guilty kind of those morsels, I guess, that you know. Hey, I don't want to do it. Is it candy? Is it sweets? What is it?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
All right. What's the go-to?
Handles.
Shout out.
Handles, probably Graham Central Station from Handles.
Whoa. Okay.
How
I
often?
see NIL in your future, young man.
Yeah, I think so.
NIL.
It's trickling down to high school. You don't have to wait. How often do you let yourself have that? Like, is it a during the season it's a no-go, and maybe off season you're let yourself have it a little bit, or
I mean, I try not to eat it a lot, but sometimes it just kind of sneaks in there.
Calls to me.
Well, I was gonna say it could be like the Little League, and you can just get handles after every game. You know what I mean? After every win, and then if you lose, you have to go to like the other place. Like,
yeah.
We had the Dairy Queen, and we had the Dairy Mill. If you lose, so it's like you're Dairy Queen, you get banana split. Dairy Mill, it's whatever they got. So hey, keep on winning. I wish that was it for you. I'm sure all the Cardinals would be happy. You guys would be nice and fattened up from all the winning you've been doing. For you, what has it been like this year? You walk in, that gym is special. You know, the coaching staff you have, incredibly special. And they're guys that can help you get to where you want to go. What is so special about this team this year, and what makes you think that you can do something that's never been done before?
Like you just said, I mean, we got a great group of guys. I think, we have our two leaders, Landon China and Bryce Roberts. They got some experience running deep in the playoffs, so I think those two will really help us. And I mean, we got a lot of young guys that haven't, played a lot of varsity before. So like I said, I think those two, and then me as well, I have some experience going deep. So I think us three can really help those guys and lead them in while we make this playoff run.
You look at this year, Canfield Athletics as a whole is like living on cloud nine. It seems like every team they have is doing something special.
Yeah.
What's it like to kind of look around your school and see like nothing but athletes walk in the hallway, and knowing that like you're surrounded by, just guys and girls that want to get things done and go win championships?
Yeah, it's cool having that, I guess, that mindset as a school, just win and be great at what you do. And just looking around at all the kids, like the football team, all the football players, I see them walk around school every day. I watch them make big plays on the field. It's pretty cool to see, yeah.
Is there ever a time that you wondered, hey, how would I look in pads? What would it be like if you were out there slinging the pearl on a beautiful spring day like Paul Skeens? I mean, is there any part of you that says, man, maybe I should have hopped in there for a season or two?
I mean, I did play baseball back in the day, so
I remember.
If I were to pick any other sport, it'll probably be that.
Can you imagine a 6'6" monster with that lettuce coming out of a hat, just bearing down on you? Because you had some cheddar, right? You could bring some cheese.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Imagine.
I don't know about right now, but
You going back out?
I don't know about that.
Jim's like, no. Big Jim's like, no.
What if we throw some handles to come back? Would that turn the tide?
That might get me out there. I don't know.
Hey, baseball and ice cream go hand in hand.
Let's go.
It's just how it goes. All right, I'm gonna put you on the spot here because we've talked a little bit about your family already. I know how much they mean to you. For you, if you had to play someone one-on-one in basketball, and it was the family crest was on the line, who would you not want to play in your family? In their prime, by the way, in their prime.
Oh, prime got to be my dad. I mean, he was crazy back in the day, right?
Oh, he was nuts. He still is. Still is. He's got that dog in him. And I think that's probably where you get a lot of it from. But what about your set? I mean, Jenna was like 1,000-point scorer, 1,000 rebounder. I mean, I'm not sure that anybody else has done that still. And Anthony will probably tell me I'm wrong, but when you think about some of the accolades that Jenna had along her days, I mean, does that drive you to try to maybe put your name in those ranks?
For sure. I was just talking about this the other day with her actually about, she asked me how close I was to 1,000. I was just like, I don't know, but there's no way I can get to, where she got. We were just talking about that. So yeah, that definitely drives me.
Did she agree with you, or did she encourage you that you could? Like, was she like, yeah, you can't? Like,
she agreed with
stop
me.
trying. Okay.
Jenna always has a smile on her face, but I think she's one of the best smack talkers that I've ever seen. I mean, she's got that in her. For you, Jace, what's the ultimate goal for you? Obviously, you want to go and take basketball as far as you possibly can, but outside of that, what are the interests that you have in quote unquote the real world? What would you see yourself doing if you weren't on the floor?
Honestly, I don't know yet. I'm not really decided on what I want to do. But besides, like, a job, just be the best person I can be and don't let others, affect how I live.
Well, we'll help you out a little bit. What are some things that you excel at outside of basketball, whether it be, subjects you excel at or hidden talents you have? What are some things that you think you're good at outside of the sport of basketball?
I do like math. I'm pretty solid at math. So
there's some good math careers out there.
Yeah, maybe go into something with that.
Engineering, accountants.
Can you see yourself being a coach or a teacher or an administrator someday at a school?
I don't know. Maybe a little longer down the line, but I don't know.
I know, man. Listen, I'm with you. I still think that you have a basket full of opportunities and dreams in basketball, and I'm here for it. I cannot wait to see you in March Madness one day, and we go, we know him. Like we're so excited for you, and you shouldn't have to do Plan B if Plan A is still much on the table. And dude, you're just a junior in high school. I know it feels like it's going quick, and it will, but you're accomplishing some of those things, and I think you've got the tangibles and the intangibles to be able to go and accomplish your dreams. We're so proud of you, man. Can't say it enough. One last question before we let you go. When you think about role models, when you think about people that have influenced you along the way, who are some of those people that you can shout out to and really give them a thank you for who you've become?
My parents for sure, but a big one, I mean, my sister Jenna, she what she did in her high school career, it just watching it happen was it just like ticked something in me, and it was just like I want to do the same thing. So I think she plays a big part in what I'm doing right now. And then I mean, Leah's always there too. She always supports me no matter what is going on. So I mean, my whole family really, they're my biggest supporters.
Leah's a nurse, right?
Yeah, dental hygienist.
Dental hygienist. I mean, listen, your family has it all. We're so proud of you, dude. Thank you so much for spending President's Day with us. We know that you're busy, regardless what day it is. It's such an honor and a privilege. Please come back. You're welcome anytime you want, man.
All right. Yeah, thank you for having me.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, from Canfield High School, Mr. Jace Ricardo. Jace! I'll put it out there. If you haven't, I'm a fanboy for the Ricardo family. It starts at the top with the grandparents. It rolls all the way down to Jace. And, inevitably, the next generation will be excited for as well. Just good, really, really good people that care. And they were one of the first adopters and first fans of YSN and understood the vision of what we wanted to do. Jim was huge in getting us into Beaver Local, and obviously we've got a great relationship with Eric Lowe in Beaver Local, and everything, and the McKenzies obviously from that. But Jim was an early advocate for what we're trying to do, and I'll never forget that as long as I live, and for good reason. I mean, listen, what we were doing at the time wasn't great, but the vision was there. And we were going to promote kids and students and coaches and communities in the right way, or at least we felt like it. And I'll never forget Jim Ricardo and some of the things that he said and words of encouragement along the way. So thank you very much. And it was an honor to be able to interview Jace today, because dude, I'm telling you, when you're talking about guys like Jace Ricardo, Noah Bell, Jalen Gunther, I mean, you Gannon Force, we are so lucky, Anthony. And I don't think we say this enough, to do this, to interview these student athletes. Kaylee Ramsey, what kind of life are we living right now that they actually want to come and spend some time with us and talk about their dreams, their hopes, their ambitions, their families, their role models. Sometimes I honest to God, I have to pinch myself, because it's, these people, some people, these are just high school kids. Yeah, but
they're superstars, man.
They're going to be these are the future of our communities. And it's so cool to be able to see this. And Jace is no different. I mean, he's just a junior, but what he's been able to do, I don't think people realize how lucky we are as Northeast Ohio, the region. You talk about Salmon, Ashtabula, you talk about the Cleveland area, the Akron area, all the way down to Edison. Man, we are lucky to see these kids play, because there is an element of not only the talent on the floor, on the fields, but the character that consists of all these student athletes. It's unlike anywhere else in the world. I'm telling you, I know I hammer that home, but I believe it. I believe it, and I see it. We see it with our own eyes each and every day.
Yeah, it's one of those things, it's a reality when we're able to put up those little clips that we do, and we put them up like yesterday. You put up I think six different interviews, 6 different players, and it's like right in your face. Like, these are the guys we get to. Austin Brown, we got to kind of have a 15-minute sit down with Austin Brown. Like, oh my gosh,
I didn't realize he smiled the entire time.
Yeah,
he was having fun with it, and I was more okay. Let's peek behind the curtain, right? When you and I these aren't prepared questions. These are straight off the dome. Like, if they answer something, we follow up with it. The role models one's important, so we always make sure we check that box. But it's talking about Jace's family and who would you want to play one-on-one, like stuff that you're not going to get in a 30-second soundbite somewhere else. But it's one of those things, like, we want it to be different, and we want it to, because we want them to be able to show a little bit of their colors and where they come from and their talents. And people always talk about, like, these interviews are different, and they're helpful because they're kind of like later on when you get like job offers, and you're sitting across from someone that's potentially going to hire you. You never know what they're going to ask. We're not hiring anybody right now, but it's one of those things. It's like, hey, we want to know these questions, and it's fun for us. And we'll try to pull some of these questions from the comments as Tom Varley is watching. Great young man, You know, it's unbelievable. Like just to see these communities respect each other.
Yeah.
And Tom Varley's a board
That's a
member.
rival. Yeah, that's a conference rival too. Not like someone that never plays Canfield.
Yeah, and you got Christensen and great kid. This is what you want. And people are like, I know I've heard it before, and I know you have too. Why don't you put those comments on during the interview? Well,
we're kind of focused on something else.
Yeah. So we love the comments. Keep them coming, but we want and trust me, they see them, right? They'll see them. But we're focused on that. And also we want to make sure that during those clips that we do have, that it's focused on the athlete as well. So just to settle that kind of inquiry that has been brewing the last couple of weeks that I've heard about, like, hey, I'm commenting, but nobody's pulling up my. And also,
kind of be like looking at your phone while someone's talking to you. Hey, Jace, talk to me about your role models real quick, and then let me look at the comments, read them. Oh, that's good.
I mean, if we had a producer, it'd probably be a lot easier.
Right.
But one of those things, like
But,
you and I are the producer, we have access
We'd have to be professionals for that. We're not.
We're not, and especially like, hey, Sean, love you. There's no shot. We're putting that up there. Like, you can't even see me right now.
Where'd I go?
You can see my bald head. But it's one of those things, and I respect it. And Sean, we love you. There's, another great 1,000-point call for Woody out of the gate. But I'll tell you what, man, the comment thing, we love them. We want you to keep commenting as much as humanly possible, and we will get to each and every one of them after the interview. But to Anthony's point, we got to stay focused, which is not easy for us, by the way. Well, way easier for Anthony, not easy for me.
Squirrel.
There it is. Because I'm listening for like trigger words and like, hey, I want to know, like, how do I explain this? The journalism side of me says, okay, I've got to stay focused, and I also have to make sure that I'm keeping this entertaining, but also keeping this informational. Like, let's not ask him about what his favorite color is. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And that's just not Jace. That's everybody. Like, oh, okay. There might be a kindergartner or a first grader out there that goes, hey, his favorite color was blue. That's my favorite color.
I said that question in.
Yeah. There's an element of entertainment we want to keep. But also, and I think we do that. I'm not patting ourselves on the back. I think most of the time this show stinks. But that's inevitable. Sometimes sometimes we catch lightning in a bottle and we're like, oh yeah, this is a great one. But no, thanks to Jace, thanks to everybody involved, and everybody that comes on here and talks, because it means so much to us, but more so, I think it means a lot to everybody else. These communities having great representation, the future generations of these communities being able to see, hey, these are the kind of people that you want to follow. And I think that's big, Anthony, when you talk about, building a program. We talked about sectional championships. Well, you need good role models and leaders to be able to pass that baton down from generation to generation if you want to look past sectional championships.
Yeah, and one of the ways that happens is like you just said, you have kids that are watching that team or those players that get excited about being a part of that program in the future. That doesn't happen if you'll never get yourself out of that rut of a tough program if no one wants to stay in it, right? If you have guys that aren't role models that are just kind of going about their own thing, they never interact with any of the youth or anything like that, then why would the youth stick around, especially in today's age where you can transfer before high school and maybe get on a different team that does interact with your youth or does kind of make it a priority to put your kid forward. Now more than ever, you're not stuck at the school you're in. You might as well make sure you don't lose those kids before they even get into high school.
Yeah, and it's become a focus, and we've talked about it for a long time. When you talk, and we don't want to dive into the open enrollment discussion necessarily today, but when you talk about, schools having to put their best foot forward and having to represent and give reasons, and the capitalistic side of things of this is why you should come to our high school in the open enrollment era. this is a real thing.
Mhm.
NIL is here in high school, certainly in college. Obviously, endorsements happen at the professional level all the time. There is a marketability that is surrounding you all the time. And it's not just the individual athlete, it's teams, it's programs, it is school districts. There is a marketing aspect that will always follow you around. And I think that, when you're looking at where you want to spend 12 years of your life, very little times there is a lot of loyalty commitment to, hey, we're going to ride this out for the long run. It is and forgive me for all the AAU coaches out there or the travel ball coaches, it's going to be what's best for me, what's best for my kid, what's best for my family at this point in time. And it changes from week to week. And it's got to be incredibly frustrating. And you always have to have your head on that swivel, because you look at this, Ant, like this is not going to go away anytime soon. It's not, because more now than ever, sports is a business, and that is at every single level. And we've seen it at the, first and second grade level.
Which is just wild.
It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy, because, and again, I apologize. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, the levels to this. And if this was my spark, at the elementary level, when you're just getting started, all the way till 4th grade, 5th grade, it should be just coming back and being happy. Yeah, you should get ice cream after the game, right? Your job as a coach, your job as a parent, just make sure that kid's happy and they love coming back and playing the game. When you get to the middle school range, it's okay, building on the fundamentals, understanding plays, why plays exist, what your job, your role is. And then once you get to high school, it is about wins and losses. Let's face it, it is. Like, I know we're talking about sectional championships, but it's about wins and losses. And you shouldn't have to, like, there are some people that still will be playing because it's fun to them. They should be, because they're not going pro.
93% are not going to college.
Yeah, 93% are.
So all those 93% are playing because they love the sport.
Yes. And that's 93% of the country. That's not 93% of the people in your locker room at high school.
Right.
That's not how that works. But then on top of that, you have 1% that will go on and be professional at any level. And that's like semi-pro. So you're 1% of the 7%. And there are, we've seen it. We talk about the Sidney Watts of the world. We talk about, Ben Slanker and AJ Havrilla hitting home runs in their first games was it Friday, right?
Yeah.
The first home run of the NCAA season in baseball across the world was AJ Havrilla and Ben Slanker. Just a couple other Cardinals, by the way. But you look at that. Sidney Watts is showing out. Landon Beidelshees is reporting for duty. Like in the Braves organization. You think about all these things and all these athletes that we get to. They are the elite, but they were once a part of a team that they didn't know. They didn't know how, but they worked. They found themselves. They worked hard. And again, you talk to Mary Beidelshees, and she's going to tell you straight up that little boy was once playing, and you just didn't know. He's playing because he loved the game. And I think when you talk about Cheese and you talk about AJ and you talk about Slanker and Sid and, all these great in Division III, Division II, Division I. Jenna Ricardo went through West Liberty.
One of the best D2 teams in the country.
Yeah, you think about this. And, oh man, I can't think of his name. He was another West Lib kid that led the country in scoring at one point. Zach Brazil.
Oh yeah.
You look at that, and it's incredible to me to see all these kids come through here. And like Zach Rizzo is like the third top scorer in the state all time, something like that. It's nuts. It's not, and that kid's from McDonald.
Mm-hmm.
1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. Hey, there's a lot of hype around Jace Ricardo right now for good reason. Jace Ricardo's sister was pretty doggone good. Pretty doggone good. And she wouldn't tell you about it, but you definitely read about her on YSN. It's incredible to see these players come through. We are so proud, like overly proud, and we're going to celebrate it. That's the way it is. Gannon Force, I felt bad at a point because G-Force was talking about, some of the stuff. We don't win a lot. We're not that good, but it's a party in the locker room. We know how to turn it on. Like stuff like that. It's exciting because it is about wins and losses, but it's about these memories that these kids will share with their peers, with their families, with their communities forever. Because in Lordstown, trust me, there's a lot of people that will talk about Gannon Force and 1,000 points for a long, long time.
They got that win too, so it came on a dramatic win.
Of course they did, because Big Game Woody was in attendance.
That's why we know it.
I saw the final score and I was like, "You got to be kidding!"
Woody strikes again. I think that's what you put in the group chat.
Dude pulls. Yeah. Hey, Brock Lowry sighting here. Yeah, exactly. Bo Brungard. I just saw a video of Bo Brungard opening up his All-American package and wearing a start. They gave him a starter jacket, which is sick. Let's face it. I'm watching it, and he gets a starter jacket and a certificate.
Sophia Gregory made the SC top 10, number 4. So she's the reigning freshman of the year in the horizon. Like, you could just go on and on, and you can name a bunch of athletes that have done great things. We could be here all day, but
let's face it. You look at some of these athletes we have coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow, Anthony! Holy cow! Like, they're coming, and they are going to be big names. Not just on YSN, but in the industry, in the entire broadcasting sports industry. They are going to be big household names that we're going to have the opportunity and the privilege to cover for 4 years. 4 years. And it goes by quick. I will tell you that. I think we've all kind of, summarized that in one way or another. But it is a privilege. It is an honor. And again, not just because Jace was on the show, but you think about some of these great interviews that we'll have forever. And, they got their start here. They cut their teeth here, and they represent here. And we're growing. One of the things that I love talking to potential advertisers and really anybody that'll listen is we, YSN, have grown Youngstown out. Youngstown, everybody talked to. When they put up that mural at the Southern Park Mall about Youngstown, well, that's not Youngstown, that's Boardman. No. Here's the thing: we've grown this region. Now, it's not just community. We take the communities and we grow them together with each other. Like, we are connecting Akron, Cleveland, Youngstown, Steubenville. Soon it'll be Columbus. Soon it'll be West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh. We are connecting this area and showing and showcasing how good these teams are. There's people in Ohio that don't care necessarily about teams in Pennsylvania and vice versa. Teams in the Keystone State don't care about the Buckeye State. But what I tell you is ball is ball, right? Sports are sports. And when you can recognize and identify, and that kid is the same age as my kid, is the same age as the kid, you can figure it out and you go, wow, you can appreciate that.
Yep.
And I think there's something to that. There's an element to that I think everybody identifies and being able to do it. And we are so humbled and honored to be able to be that, because this is not how we wanted to go when we got started. We just wanted to, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And it has taken on a life of its own. It very much, this company that you and I have worked very, very hard at, and so many people have really put their hands into the pile. If we're going to do this, we didn't have any of this on our radar.
Right.
Of what like this show in particular was not on our radar. And I'll give credit where credit is due. Todd Thorne came to me one day and goes, "You guys should do a live show." I said, "No way. No way." And this thing evolved from us chugging Capri Sun in the first, and Richie Giuliano killing it. Like he just blew past us with his sucking of a Capri Sun to what we have today, which is a little bit better version of drinking Capri Suns live on it.
Maybe on our 10th anniversary, we'll bring out the Capri Suns for old time's sake.
God, I hope not.
Never again.
I remember counting down the minutes to that first show because it was 3 hours.
Oh, yeah. We were replacing a 3-hour window. Not fun.
And boy, it was tough.
What schmo thought that was a good idea?
I might go watch that. Not all 3 hours. But like, man, that was bad. That was a very, very bad.
Varley bringing up the YYFA memories on the hill.
Oh boy. TV, those were rough days. I remember thinking, because like when you're starting something, it's just like fishing, right? And I'm not a great fisherman either, but it's just casting a line out there and it's whatever you can catch, you're proud of, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want it, and we still do this to this day, is whatever goes on our air, we are going to give it 110%. Boy, can I tell you about being at Rocky Ridge, where I used to play baseball, right, from Mill Creek, and setting up with a generator coming off of the concession stand, essentially, a tent, and shooting down and just following these little kids that didn't have numbers. They just had little names on their jerseys. And some of the kids didn't have names on the jerseys. And we did everywhere from I forget what they called it, the Mighty Mites maybe, where the kids are just every play is a touchdown. And that was exhausting. Loved it. That was exhausting because there was no like build up. There was no.
You had to bring a touchdown call every play.
There were 16 kids on that team, and I remember I'm going to announce 16 touchdowns today. Like in this game, and then it just ends. And there was no like, hey, it's first down. I didn't know any of the signals of what flag football was. Much like today, it continues to change. But we've followed flag football all over the country.
Yep,
because of our friends at Game Changer, and it all started in a park on the hill. We've evolved from that. It is a wild ride. And Tom Varley pointing out flag football is the funniest thing in the world. As we interviewed, obviously, Jace, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Something like, you had Jace, and it was a great interview, and seeing that young man grow up. And boy, like, it's funny how YSN means something different to everybody, isn't it?
Yeah.
They remember these memories and things that, I'll be honest, like I try to remember as much as I can, but I feel like Frank the Tank in old school, when I just I do the game and it's just I'm blacked out the entire time. Oh, do you remember when he scored? Sure. Yep, sure. I do.
Take your word for it.
Could not tell you a word that I said during most of these games. Especially when I'm with Niddle, because I try to say a lot, but Niddle just like a bulldozer. Just that'll never change, and I'll never want it to.
That Liberty Lisbon noon game was a fun broadcast to listen to.
I wanted to throat punch him 8 times. Like, I love Gary, but I was like, Gary, I'm the play-by-play. Shut up. But he was doing this guy. He was doing the recording. He was doing the turning of the camera. And I love Gary. Like, I say I love you to like everybody I know, because I do love them. I love Gary a lot more than a lot of people. I do. Because we've gone through it. Right? It's one of those things, like when you go through a lot with someone,
Mm.
you build that, like, you can argue
Yeah.
and still see the other side. Like you and I, like, we don't always get along. It's okay, but we have respect for each other, tell each other how we feel, and then we move along for it because we both know we're trying to move the chains.
Mm-hmm.
I have same thing with Gary. Like if it wasn't for Gary Niddle, there's so much that we wouldn't have, and so much we wouldn't have done. Gary pushes, and then he gets on the mic, and I want to fight him.
He gave us a lot.
A lot. But I will also say that there's nobody that I mean, if Gary needed, probably he doesn't want my kidney because of that. If he needed,
you want this diabetic kidney?
Good buddy, this one's half off.
You want his kidney that's filled with stones? You know, one is go take your pick.
But if he needed the shirt off my back right now, I would give it to him, and I'd probably give him everything that I had. And there's a lot of people like that. I mean, Tom Varley is another guy that, you know, we wouldn't have near what we have if it wasn't for his support. He's always thanking us. I'm like, dude, it's guys like you that make this possible. Matt Warner at Compco, Rick Frieda at Compco. I mean, look at all our sponsors, Charles Bell at RL Craig, you know, across the board. I mean, I know it sounds like a pitch. This is me just saying I can't believe that all these people appreciate and believe in what the mission that we are trying to accomplish here. It's, yes, I know there's a business aspect to it, or else they wouldn't advertise or sponsor. But I will tell you this, man, like going from 50,000 views in 2017 to 25 million in 2025. That was just our website. That had nothing to do with our social media, which also was over 22 million on Facebook.
I remember, I think it was year 3. You told me this is where I expected to be in year 10. And I was like, really? So
COVID was a rocket ship.
Things got ahead of us real quick.
I was scared. I'm still scared. I mean, I like, not like afraid, but I'm just like, oh, now what do we do? You know, like 25 million hits on a website. Do you remember when we did, man, it was COVID year and we were doing football and we had so many hits to the website because nobody could go to the game that it crashed the website.
Like almost immediately.
Yeah, it was like 7:04. And I remember being on the text message chain with Brian and you know,
we weren't ready.
Yeah. And tens of thousands of dollars later, and you know, building a new website essentially that wasn't you know, bubble gum, and I don't even know what else you have, bubble gum and chicken wire, all that stuff. It's twigs. You know, we've got a really strong website, and you know, even though we've got to reset with big dogs seemingly every night now.
When you got over 250,000 votes, that'll do that. Great job this week, guys, in the big dog community. Let's go.
I always wonder, like every morning when I wake up, how much do people hate me for just coming back and being like, all right, it's fixed. Like we fixed it. You guys broke it. We fixed it. We got it. Like I understand now what engineers go through, because they're like, oh, they're so proud of this. And then people break it. And you're like, damn it.
Fix it. Don't fix it. Hey, fix it.
Just fix that. But being a dad helps, because that's pretty much all you're looking at for the entire cycle of being a parent. Let's put a bow on this.
Let's do it.
Thank you to Jace Ricardo for popping by today. Great interview with Jace. Cannot thank he and his family enough. I know we've done it a bunch today, but you're talking about one of the gold stars. When you're talking about, I don't want to say gold star families because that means something different, but when you're talking about families that encourage others as much as they encourage, you know, the people inside their four walls, the Ricardos are just simply it. So thank you to Jace for popping by on his day off, and looking forward to the next time. Looking forward to seeing what he does the rest of this year, man, because I think sky's the limit for he and the Cardinals. So we'll see how that goes. Special thank you to, the Professor Greg McAfee coming back tomorrow. He's going to be back on the show, which means the highlights will be back, ladies and gentlemen. The highlight reel, the human
back with
highlight
a
reel
vengeance.
itself. yeah, we're excited to have that back. We love that. Feel bad. I mean, he was down in Bradenton taking a picture for the Pirates.
Great pictures. By the way. Yeah, it's coming.
It's going to be a year, baby. I'll probably be incredibly disappointed by the end of this year. But right now, I'm incredibly excited. Like, absolutely nuked to the top. It is time for the Joe Dickey Electric. What's your spark? Presented by Joe Dickey Electric. They are everything electrical. And just like YSN, they are here for you 24/7, 365. Where is this thing? At DickeyElectric.com. I couldn't find it. Here it is. It's going to be much, much easier to navigate the backyard of StreamYard. Right now, it is a mess. So, Travis, Anthony Ronald Hartwig, what is your spark for this Monday, President's Day 2026?
All right, so my spark is kind of right to the point. If you're a program that for whatever reason are in a state that you are not going to be able to compete in the tournament or you don't want to be in the tournament, you should have to make that decision before the brackets come out. And if you don't, I feel like there should be a penalty. I feel like if the brackets come out, if you're in that draw and then you back out of the tournament, there should be a penalty put against you. That's just like plain and simple. If you have to back out, do it before the draw. If you do it after the draw, whatever the penalty should be, there should definitely be a penalty.
I can't wait to hear the reason for this. I am geeked up for that. Mine is going to be, simply put, a little personal to me. Teach your kids to cheer for other kids. Mm-hmm. Just how it is. There's things that are beyond your control as a parent, things that are beyond control as a coaching staff, and you've got to have discipline first. So there's going to be tough conversations to be had. Doesn't matter what level it is. Make sure that when your son, your daughter is taking the court, taking the field, whatever, if they're benched for some reason, make sure you understand that just because they are not on the floor doesn't mean they can't contribute to the game and to, encouraging others. I was so proud of my son to be doing that this weekend. Incredibly proud of the Z-Man. There's a picture that was sent to us that I didn't even see. And I posted it on my social because it meant that much. I know it was tough for him to have to learn a lesson the way that he did. And now, we have that picture to remind us that, hey, listen, they're still just kids. They don't know everything. They're learning. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, it's our job to influence those decisions and enforce the decisions. And it can't always be Handel's ice cream. Sometimes you gotta feed the other beast as well. So parents out there, make sure that you're encouraging your kids to cheer on the other kids. It's not just, when your kid's doing well. Yep. It's when tough times are happening, know that your kid is learning the art, and it is an art of sportsmanship and being a good friend and being a good teammate. So encourage that every single chance you can get, and acknowledge that every single chance you get, because to me, it's just as important, because we all will go through it at some time or another where it's not our day, it's not our season, it's not our time, and it's important to be able to let others shine as well, and to shine a light on others. So keep that in mind as you move through your day on this Monday and move through this week, and we will help you get through it. We will be better tomorrow. There is no doubt about that. And certainly we will have a Professor McAfee on tomorrow. We'll try to book another awesome guest. If you would like to be a guest, Anthony, how do people get involved with that?
The best way to reach us is through social media. Send us a message on Facebook Messenger, Twitter, or Instagram. You can try Twitch, but we probably won't see it, so stick to those first three. Or if you're more of an email kind of person, you can email us at info@ysnlive.com.
That's it. That's how you get a hold of us. We will be better tomorrow, and we will see you tomorrow at noon right here on YSN Live. For Anthony Ronald Hartwig, the 8-time best-selling author, Grammy Award-winning, world traveler, Emmy Award-winning as well. Didn't win that Pulitzer Prize. We're going to get that. We'll get it. We will see you tomorrow. Anthony, may the sports be with you, pal.
And you, my friend.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.